and ask Chris Milligan to come up here. He is the founder of Trine Day Publishing, which is in my opinion, a courageous company, if there is such a thing. It publishes material from credible sources that apparently just nobody wants to put on their bestseller list. And if anything deserves to be on a bestseller list because people are buying it and reading it, it would be the volumes that Chris publishes at Trine Day. So I describe him as a cosmic agitator. And Lord knows we need him. So come on up here and take the stand in the court of truth.
And, again, thank you all for coming, okay? Because just think if we were here talking to nobody, so we really appreciate, because, yes, it took time and effort to do this, but it all took you time and effort to be here. And we really appreciate that, okay? And, tell your friends, post about this on internet, and this is growing. I mean, first ones we didn't get quite as many people as we did here. And so it continues to grow. It is growing. Good things are happening, okay? And now is the time for all good men and women to stand up for their country, okay? And the reason why I wanted to introduce St. John is because we have something in common. Both of our dads were spooks. And it's interesting growing up in a house of a spook, okay? Because, your daddy doesn't tell you what he really does. He doesn't talk about it at the dinner table, okay? And strange things happen, and you don't know why, but you're just a little kid, and so you're just there because, it's your daddy, it's your mom, it's just, you're just born, grow up, and that's what happens, okay? So it's just very, very, I can just relate so much with him. And then we're both musicians. And I knew St. John as a musician for many years before I published his book. Because I'm a musician up in Oregon. He was a musician down in Humboldt County. And up in Oregon, when we don't even put out a tip jar because they ain't got no money, okay? But we could go down to Humboldt County and put out a tip jar and we get $300-400, okay? So, I go down to Humboldt and St. John is down there and he and the band, we run across each other now and then. And, he'd written a book and he'd been on coast to coast, he'd been talking about Rolling Stone and everything, but nobody published it, And I talked to St. John one day and I says, well, you're St. John Hunt. E. Howard Hunt was your dad. Your book should be coming out from New York, not some silly hippie out in Oregon. Okay? Well, I waited a couple years. Still nobody published his book. So I said, well, St. John, let's get your book published and get it out there. Okay? I stand on the Constitution. And we've had some people that have captured our government, captured our fight, captured a bunch of our institutions. Okay? But they really haven't gotten rid of the Constitution. Okay? We still have a constitutional republic, at least on paper. Okay? And we don't need a revolution to change our form of government. What we need is a revolution to take back our government and give it to the people. Now, one last thing I want to say is that, yes, they've stolen quite a few elections and different things like that, okay? And they made us think that our vote doesn't count. And that was one of the big things of stealing that election in 2000. They came on TV and, well, this guy won. Oh, well, no, I guess he didn't. Oh, well, and they put the idiot's son in place. Okay? I mean, they're trying to tell you, your vote doesn't matter. Okay? But your vote does matter. Okay? Local elections matter. National elections matter. Get out and vote. Okay? One thing we did in Oregon, we legalized marijuana. Okay? Because the prohibitions have nothing to do with your health, your community, your children. Those prohibitions have to do with keeping plants in a black market that they can sell for more than gold sometimes. Okay? And they use that huge slush funds to take over all the other industries. Okay? So we voted legalize marijuana. Okay? The first week, there's only 4 million people in Oregon. The first week, there was $11 million worth of sales. Okay?
Oh, okay.
That's 11 million that didn't go to the shadows. That's 11 million that came to us. Okay? So there's many things that we can do. Okay? And one of the main things is we do live in a constitutional republic, even though they try and tell us we live in a democracy or whatever. Okay? But vote. Okay? So, without much further ado, Mr. St. John Hunt.